Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be diving in, creating ourselves a large sugarcane farm that's automatic, and also creating ourselves some more villager stalls. So I hope you guys are ready. So today I actually want to get started with a sugarcane farm, not the sugarcane farm that I had over here. This is going away. I've already cleared out all the sugarcane. I'm actually going to fill in all these holes. We're going to use this for something else. I don't want to use it for sugarcane just yet. Or at all. I want to set up a sugarcane farm somewhere else, and that somewhere else is actually going to be right here. So this little area in the center, I'm going to set up a fairly small but yet compact sugarcane farm that is going to be automated and is going to use. It's going to be a little bit different, just because we have that hopper. Just because we have this hopper right here really changes how farms work. Because normally in Minecraft, you have to use like water setups and all this like crazy stuff. This just simplifies the whole process and makes it so much better. So for this design, we're actually going to use the very old school like piston system. Like, it's not really that old school, but it's old school enough. We're going to basically take our pistons and we're going to push the sugarcane and we're going to detect it with, of course, a detector. I mean, oh my gosh, it never fails with the creepers. Anyways, so what I need to do is I need to get this set up. So basically the sugarcane, if I can get this to work, the sugarcane is going to go on this outer edge. We're gonna have the sugarcane right here. This section right here is actually going to be our piston area. So the sugarcane is basically going to go like this. And this is going to be the start, because we're also going to have another edge, even though this is actually going to be a bit lower. The only thing we need to note is that wherever we put the vacuum hopper, we basically need this, the level that items can be dropped on. So like this level right here. We need to make sure that this block space is no further up than 5 blocks. This can't be placed on the 5th block up. So to put that in perspective, right here is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. So basically, an item drops here, it will work, right? If an item lands on this block, it'll go up. But if it lands down here, if I can even get to place it down here, it goes. Well, I guess it does go up on that one. So maybe it is. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it's 6 blocks. Maybe it doesn't work down here. I was testing this. It's got a weird range on it, I guess. It goes out 8 blocks in all directions, but I guess at the 8th block it doesn't work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just to prove this, 7, 8. But at this distance it doesn't work. But if this was right here, I think this has a radial distance. So does it work on this block? No, but it will work 5 blocks out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blocks out, it does fine up there. Okay. Well, that's actually good news. So we can put this lower than I thought we could. And that's going to help us with our design later on. So I kind of like that. So for this to work, I'm actually going to place this down underground, because the reason I want this down here is because up top, I kind of want a glass area. So that way I can look down on this, because I think it'll be kind of cool to see down here. So sugarcane is going to go right here, and we can probably, well, I would say place it. Let's go ahead and just grab a little bit just to kind of demonstrate. Sugarcane is going to go right here, and we're actually going to have another layer that's going to be out. That's actually going to be right here, like facing this. And they're both going to land in this spot. Now this water is actually going to be covered up. So this is going to receive a block that is going to go right on it. And actually, this is the block that's going to receive the redstone. Like, get regular redstone on it, I do believe. Or actually, this back block is. The block that's covering this is going to get a piston, and then on top of that, an observer. Very simple setup. Doesn't really require much. The only thing that's nice is we can configure this in just about any way we want. Just so long as our vacuum hopper can pick it up. So to do that, let's go ahead and set this up. Let's go ahead and get the build going. It's very simple. It goes like this: pistons all around. At least for this, we need it all around, because the piston is going to break the middle block. And if you kind of get where this is going, It's going to break the middle block, very vanilla. We're going to break the middle block after the top block has been detected, right? So not too hard, nothing too difficult about this. Now, what's going to go right here is another block. So this block right here is actually the block that's going to end up pulsing these pistons. Man, that's a fun word to say, isn't it? Pulsing the pistons. And to do this, we're going to jump up. Actually, we need to place these from the middle, don't we? Because we're going to observe the outside block. Observers are so weird. Like, all the other blocks like face you, except for the observers. I always get so confused on what blocks place what way. So this setup is almost done. The only thing we need to get is redstone, and we're done with the redstone. So redstone goes in the center, just like that, and that's pretty much it, right? Place a block, because up here we're actually going to have another setup that's going to go on. Now, here's the only thing that I'm concerned about, is when this goes off, if I have a vacuum hopper, right, for example, and it drops that that block, I need this to be high enough. So that is 1, 2, 3, and we do 4, 5. So technically I'd want it right here to be able to get the glass on here. Otherwise I might actually lower this down. Let's see if this works. See if that vacuum hopper will actually pick up the sugarcane that drops on the ground here. And it does. It pulls it up the side. So that's actually what I wanted it to do. There we go. So it's, as you can see, it's going to pull it up the side. I wish it would pull it through. That's not the kind of hopper it is. I wish it actually just pull items directly through blocks or just pick them up as they're dropped. But this will work. This will definitely get the job done. Now I need to reproduce this, but on the other side and right here. And this is going to be the water channel. So this is where all the water is going to go. So I just need to clear out an area, and you can already guess the size that this is going to be. All of this is going to be removed. Like I said, this is going to be like viewable from up here. This though, this already seems to be a problem. I don't know if it's because of where the blocks were dropped. Is it their lack of momentum? Maybe because they were dropped up here? It's their lack of momentum. Interesting. That's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a big issue. Like, except for the blocks that are broken right here. If anything, right? If anything, if this doesn't work where it's at, we'll just set up multiple hoppers, because it's not like that's expensive to make. We have all the resources to make a bunch of those. And then we just use pipes to kind of filter things out. As you can see, I'm almost done with this. However, I've already decided, yeah, we're going to be replacing this setup here. This is 100% going to need a few more of these vacuum hoppers, just because of how it works. I also notice when an item is picked up here, you just seen it, that thing is globing around. Watch it. It is actually in a loop right now. That seed. Like, that seed is straight up looping around. Look at that. It's like orbiting. Perfectly orbiting. That's hilarious. It's hilarious. That's exactly what I was trying to show. And I'm so glad that was the example that was actually working. So, here's what I need to do. By the way, I went ahead and compressed a lot of stuff. I recommend doing that, because if you don't, you're probably going to run into an issue where you're going to run out of storage. The storage that I set up is actually quite large, so I still had a bit of room, but I know that collapsing some things like bones and stuff that I had was going to be it's going to be useful later on. All right, so now that I have this going, let me go ahead and I actually need to make some more observers. And I think last time I just ran out of... all I did is run out of just a few things. By the way, I just wanted to say, the one thing that I really love about this is this pack, while it does have a lot of techie mods in it, you don't have to use them, right? You don't have to use them. I really am treating this pack almost like a vanilla plus pack. I mean, it's actually really nice, and I'm really enjoying playing modded, even though, like, really the only thing I'm doing is utilizing some of the modded tools to just make some of the vanilla automation easier. It's really amplified the vanilla experience, because I've also been playing this as well. If you haven't already checked out, I do have another channel over on the YouTubes that is called ChosenLive. You can find it linked down in the description below. You can also find it on my channel page. All of that is linked there. Also in the Discord, I have it all linked. But over there, I've been uploading edited versions of my live streams. And if you've seen, I've put a lot of time already into 1.16 and currently still playing on what is a server called Verified SMP, which is a vanilla, it's a vanilla SMP server where it's just a large group of verified Twitch streamers. So a bunch of partner Twitch streamers. So you have people like Wild, if you've heard of him. He's definitely one of the bigger modded people that I know that's on there. Sketch, Ludicolo. You definitely might know Ludi if any of you guys have played any Project Ozone packs. So over there, we've all been streaming. Lot of cool people over there. And I should be getting back into that Monday. I did take a little bit of a break for about a week and a half, where I wanted to play a little bit of modded. So we played around with this pack over there as well. But I've been having a lot of fun. Having a lot of fun doing all this. And that pack, or this pack has been really fun. And like even though it's not exactly a lot different than regular vanilla, it's just enough. Oh, it worked. It's just enough that it makes this a lot more fun. But yeah, look at this. This is actually working really good. Now we could have technically added, well, actually no, we couldn't. The inner part is the bad part. We probably shouldn't do inner parts because, as you can see, these inner pieces, it's kind of I don't know, it's not as efficient and not as compact as doing it this way. But just having this right here is actually a lot larger than what a lot of normal sugarcane farms would look like. And normally you'd have to run a hopper cart underneath and it would collect the items and blah, blah, blah. This is going to be a lot better. I do just want to see if we put glass above this, is it going to get this up and running and working a little bit better? I'm also going to fill these blocks in here just to make sure items don't get stuck like they were. And that should hopefully fix the problem. Like, I'm thinking that will hopefully stop the issue. And I'm actually going to even fill these areas in as well. And maybe that will make this a lot better. I don't know. So when I just seen this, I was actually super excited. I was like, I wonder if there's slabs versions of glass. Oh yeah, that's right. The Glass mod is in here. And that's fantastic because I actually wanted to use this light blue, but I wanted it to be like a smaller version because what I'm going to do is I need a gap in between here and here, but I also don't want to go too crazy and start getting out of this area. I want this area to be like this so you can look down. But the problem I was going to have is if I go with a solid block, it's going to block all this off, but not if I do this. So just to show that this is going to work, right? And that the items will actually go through this area, is to throw an item down, and there it goes. It just went in. And actually, I just noticed, like, with that item dropping down, it actually dropped down enough to gain enough momentum to go back up. So I'm hoping that that's what will happen right here, even though these haven't really grown much. I don't know why they haven't been growing very fast, but I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen. And before we have any of this activate, because by the way, this whole side here will activate this side as soon as just one of them is tall enough. So that's how that's going to work. And honestly, that is the most efficient way, in my opinion. Well, it's almost the efficient. The only other way, oh my gosh, did you see that guy just creep up on me? Wow. The only other way would be to detect how many ticks, like, and it's all random. It's a random growth tick, so there would be no way to really guess this. But you would basically need to know how soon this is going to grow up, and once it got to a certain time, then I don't know. This is probably getting too confusing. My brain sometimes like creates tons of notes and doesn't know how to process them. So that's kind of what's happening right now. But anyways, you basically need to detect the growth state, and if and when it's about to grow one taller, that would be the only way to determine when it's appropriate to go ahead and break all of them. The only way to do this would just have them all set to be done individually. And them done individually be a little bit bigger of a setup. Like it definitely would be a lot larger. Now, I'm doing all this and I could use my building wand, I think. Yeah. And I should just use my building wand. But yeah, this is going to do quite well, I think. And I'm actually liking the stain. And I might actually go with some other colors here as well to kind of mix in. Like right here, I might actually do like some green to probably make it look like it's like a greenhouse kind of glass going on. Because it being flat, I mean, it's all right. So I'm pretty sure what I'm going to need to do is actually place the hopper here. The simple reason being is I keep forgetting these do not pull from the top. It doesn't pull at all. We actually need a hopper in order for that to function. So we're kind of limited in what we can do there, but we'll still get it to work. Actually, it's going to work better than I thought because I need sugarcane to actually end up in a central location. And why not have it all come through the center? Like we can totally do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to route it underneath. I'm going to show you the process though, so you guys can follow along if you want to set this up. But we need to remove these lamps. I'm going to place these lamps elsewhere. We still need light, right? We still need light for this. And hey, it's good to see this is all still working. All right, let's go ahead and get these placed in, and then we can get all of our hopper systems set up and get our pipe pullers going. So to get this to work, it's a lot easier. I did have to remove these side blocks, and I recommend that. Hopefully items don't get trapped in here. That's the only thing I'm kind of worried about. I hope they won't get trapped up in this side area. If so, we could probably use trap doors. That might actually help. But man, items are really finicky with these hoppers. If anything, we can just always drop this down one. But for right now, this is going to function hopefully the way I wanted it to. Now, I need to place the item puller right down here. Now, I did go ahead and make the gold item pullers. It really doesn't matter what ones you use. I think the iron ones are going to be plenty for this. But I had already made them because I was testing some things out. And wow, we're about to break this thing. So I should probably get a better shovel. Yeah, don't I should have a better shovel. Yeah. I thought I had a shovel in here. So what I'm going to do is just route these pipes under the ground, one layer right here. And I'm going to do the same all the way around. These pipes are going to come down here and they're actually going to go underneath the water. Yeah, that was a mess to do that, but and they're going to eat, go right into the center here. I believe this is the center block. And then right there is where I want all of our pipes to route, basically. And this is going to be the same all the way around. Wow, we aren't even taking drowning damage. That's crazy. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. So far, we got all the pipes running in, and this is all going to pull out of our hoppers. Everything's going to work. At least fingers crossed that it does. I think it's going to work. I don't think we're going to have any problems. Now, I was thinking about changing this design up a little bit and incorporating some of this glass here. Just for that added like little extra, right? You don't have to do anything like this, but I always like to just make sure I have that little extra done down here, or just anywhere. Like it's the little touches in Minecraft, I think, that really make the difference, in my opinion. So I thought this was going to be a lot simpler than just doing the vanilla way. I think we need to remove 2 of these and just have one in each corner. And hopefully there won't be any way for it to get stuck. Like it's just going to be split. You either go this way or this way. And like nothing should go in the middle because I'm going to fill this in, but this shouldn't be doing this, but it is. The items are actually getting stuck in between because they're pulling at different strength, or they're pulling at the same strengths, and it's just leaving the item floating here, like just levitating. So I just went ahead and left the pipes. I did replace them with some lights down here, so don't get any mobs to spawn. I don't want any mobs spawning down here. So what are we going to do now? Well, I'm going to go ahead and place our drawer. You can already see that, yeah, we're going to be getting some items that flow in here. I need to get all these items out first. And I'm just going to go ahead and let those flow in there until it stops. But on top, I was thinking about just putting this up here. But the more I look at it, the more I'm like, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe I just put a wall instead, like we had before, just right on top. I think that looks a little bit better. So yeah, let's go ahead and get all the junk items out because we just need sugarcane going in here. And there we go. Now we shouldn't have to worry about anything else because nothing should be able to get in here. By the way, I did put solid glass right here. So this is a solid block where everything else is just slabs. Even though I don't really need slabs at this point because I've changed my design so many times now, it doesn't even really matter. Now you did see items do kind of just linger like right here, but that's not a big deal. I'm not too worried about that. So how am I going to make this sort of fit in with everything else? Well, I think adding some foliage and stuff to this is always going to make it look a little bit better. Also, it'd probably be a good idea for us to take some fence and also apply some fence to the outer area. Also, creeping in as well to here is always going to definitely add a little bit of an effect to it. Maybe even have some that's on it. Because when we start adding the leaves, it's going to be a little weird just having leaves just right on here. So if I add some foliage like this, it's going to be a lot more dramatic and a lot better looking than just placing it normally. And like adding a little thing like this, like it just sitting on top, I think it looks really good. Look at that. Who would have known that just a few leaves and this area would then be blended in? Like, it's pretty nice. So one last thing that I want to get done today is going to be getting some sort of stall started, so that way I can get an idea of how I want my stalls to look. And so right here, I think, is a great place to start our stalls. Now, it's the same setup that we had over here, right? We are going to need slabs. I'm actually going to use spruce slabs for this. So just think of the villager standing right here. And up here, we need a trapdoor. And then if I place this one lower, you can see this is eventually going to work. Now, what I want right here is probably just more spruce. So just a spruce log to kind of match everything else. Just like that. But on top is where things are going to change a little bit. I don't, my axe broke. Don't even ask. It's almost a running meme at this point, is I just don't use an axe. Like, who even knows what an axe is? I have no idea. Anyways, trapdoors are going to go in the front. Like this. Leave this. That doesn't really need a trapdoor. But you can use one if you want. But the villager is going to, of course, set right here, and then their workstation is going to go right in front of them. And that's going to pretty much be their work area. But on top, I want to make this a little bit more interesting. So I was thinking, how about have these like, even right here, I think I'm going to go ahead and replace this with some different colored wool. And use this as a roof to their stall. Like something along this line. It doesn't have to be super fancy. Actually, that is probably going to need to be white the more I look at it. Yeah, let's actually make this fit in a little bit better. There we go. So yeah, just keep adding to it until you get what you want. Like for me, I think having this doubled up and then one down is a much better look. And then probably not even having this at all. I think having the blue right in the center looks way better. Let's even change this. So yeah, it does. I do a little bit of brainstorming when it comes to like ideas for the way things are going to look. Now, this is kind of boring, right? They have that back wall. We need somewhere for them to kind of hang out. And that's where this is going to come in handy. So the saw, not the saw, the stone right here, the stone cutter. So again, I'm going to be using the stone cutter, except for this time, we're going to use this on some spruce wood. And this is going to give us, of course, those tables. And also these posts. The posts are going to be really useful because they don't connect like a normal, they don't connect like a normal fence post would. Like this would have automatically connected to the side. I don't want that. And then these tables are going to be a really nice like entry in. Actually, you know what? I might take these and move them back one. Well, actually, the station's going to be there, isn't it? There's going to be stations right here. So I'm just going to leave it like this. And then I'm probably going to put a trap door right here. So there's a in and out, just like that. And if we wanted to, we could probably put like a sandwich station here. I think you can place items on top of sandwich stations and it doesn't really matter what the items are. I don't know if that's 100% true with like what they are, but I don't know. You know, that's something that I'll have to look into. But for this, I think we can leave that just like so as well. Could probably even continue this out. But what's going to make this like look incredible is probably some banners. Now, banners can really change this to like be just a notch above. Look at that. That really does look like a stall now. So it actually looks like a little vendor stall. And all we got to do is get our villagers in there and get their workstations, which we're probably going to use these for trading. And then we just need to put a few of these like around. We can have like some that are set up with just one, some that are set up with like 2 or 3 or whatever we need. I just want to make this area more lively, even have vendors that are up in the top. And we're going to make this like our little trading area. And this is going to be a much better place for our villagers than just a house that's just off over there, just all by themselves. So I have my 2 villagers in here, and here's the thing. With them sitting there, I can of course change these up. So maybe they're not the ones I want. And to be honest, neither one of them are the ones that I want. I want the ones that are selling hay. I don't know. I think they all might actually trade melons, but we're going to find out. So I think I got the villagers that I want. This one is going to do wheat, and this one's going to do potatoes and carrots. Both of them will do carrots, even though I don't really need it. But the thing is both of them should end up trading later on melons and pumpkins. So like we should be able to trade them for emeralds, and that's what I want, is more emeralds. So to do this, let's get some hay. Good old hay bales. Trade some wheat. And I don't think I do have enough carrots to trade. So let's go ahead and do at least one trade to lock them in. And this is going to lock them into their stall. And that's exactly what I want to do. This guy I might even be able to get to level up. But I'm going to work on getting them leveled up. I think they need to be a tier 2 for pumpkin and a tier 3 for their melons. But I mean, that's what we're going for. And I can trade them. I love these little stalls. It's going to work so well. So today I want to, of course, give a huge shout out to one of our new Patreons, and that is Taylor Palsy. Man, if I can pronounce things right. Thank you so much for becoming a new Patreon, especially on a higher tier. I do appreciate that. You know what? I don't really like that color. How about magenta? Magenta seems to be like one of my favorite colors for these signs. It looks so good on there, and it just kind of sticks out. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, by the way, for supporting the channel. It really does mean a lot. And guys, well, that means today's video is pretty much wrapped up. I think we did so much in so little time. Man, it's just what a fun ride. And I hope you guys are enjoying these videos as well. Guys, I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Of course, be sure to check out my my other channel that I mentioned before. It is a Chosen Live. You can, of course, find that all linked just all over the place. It's literally linked all over the place. But anyways, guys, I hope to see you in the next episode. And don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and like button. And I'll see you in the next episode. Man, how many times can I say that? And guys, as always, thanks for watching.